Hello everyone and welcome to Edusurg Clinics. I am Dr. Gunjan Desai and today we are going to discuss a very basic topic but a very practical topic that was being asked by a lot of students, and that is how we read a CT abdomen. So as you know, we are already running a series on radiologic clinics. You can check the playlist on radiology. It is by the name Correlate Clinically. And what we are going to do here is we are going to discuss basically the CT abdomen and a structured approach to avoid missing out problems in CT abdomen. Now remember that seeing a scan, before that, a very important point is ordering a scan, okay? Because your patient is going to rely on you for giving a proper prescription. And this is a very important point, and that is why we are highlighting it as key point one. Be very specific when you order a CT scan. So we are providing you a simple checklist to order. Make a note of clinical findings because your radiologist will need these findings to correlate the findings on the scan clinically. Based on these clinical findings, you will have a suspicion. Like if a patient has a bleed PR and it's painless, you are thinking of malignancy, you have to point out these things in your requisition form. Site. So if you are thinking of rectum, we advise MRI. If you are thinking of colon, a CT is preferred. If you are thinking of a gallbladder pathology or a liver pathology, there are site-specific changes in the scan that the radiologist needs to do. So when you order a scan, it is very important that you specify that you are suspecting, say, an acute appendicitis or a small bowel intestinal obstruction, because in obstruction the contrast is different. They can't give 2 liters of contrast in a patient with small bowel obstruction, right? So based on your clinical findings, the suspicion and the site of pathology that you are thinking of, the radiologist will then decide what all things needs to be considered from radiology point of view. You also need to specify the contrast, whether you need contrast. We can do a separate talk on contrast, but basically the contrast is oral and IV, and there is positive and negative, right? So whether you need contrast or not, whether you need oral contrast, positive oral contrast, or negative oral contrast, or you need IV contrast. You need to check creatinine if you are going to do a contrast scan. So that is very important that you don't miss out on telling your patient that a creatinine report is required. In specific organs in abdomen, like liver, pancreas, or the vessels, you need specific phases, right? So you may need a triphasic liver protocol CT scan, you need a pancreas protocol CT scan. This also you need to mention on the form. So when you give a request to your patient in outpatients or an admitted patient, when you're putting a request, all these points need to be communicated to the radiologist. So like in this case, we were suspecting a liver problem, and that is why we advise a triphasic liver scan. If you see only 2 phases, you will not be able to appreciate what the pathology is. So here you can see pre-contrast scan. Essentially, the lesion is not visible. Arterial enhancement, portal venous washout, and delayed is washout. So no point for guessing it's HCC. But the point here is that this is how you need to tell your radiologist that we need this specific information, and based on that information, your radiologist will do the scan. Now, if you have missed out on our previous basic videos, we know that there are 3 different planes in which the scans can be reconstructed. One is the coronal, okay, so you can see the coronal scan here, the sagittal and the axial. So these are axial images, very basic. If you have missed out, then just a quick recap: coronal, sagittal, and axial. So now considerations on when you are viewing a CT abdomen, you should know what you are looking for. We have already discussed that. Phases that you need to acquire, already discussed. Any reconstructions, angio, right? So you need to see that. A very important, and this is the second key point of this talk, that you need to see the scans on console and preferably with your radiologist. So remember that your radiologist can give a lot of information, and when you discuss the scan with radiologist on the console, you are seeing all the 3000 to 3500 images that are there, and you are not seeing only the 100, 200 images that are there on the films. So always see the scan on console. That is key point 2. Now going to how to see a scan and what to see, I always say that you need to develop your own stepwise approach. So the approach that I follow, we are going to give in this presentation, a stepwise approach which you can follow. But as you see 50, 100, 200 scans, there will be a pattern that you are comfortable with. Develop your own stepwise approach. Identify all structures. What we do is rule out the normal organs first and then focus on the pathology. Analyze the findings last, because many times what happens is if you look at a glaring problem, you may miss out on small findings. If your findings are tumor based, then you need to stage the disease. If your finding is chronic or acute pathology based, then you need to rule out complications of that pathology. As I have already said, this is a very important point, that have a DICOM viewer on your laptop. There are a lot of free softwares available. Always view the scan on console if you have an in-house radiology department. And preferably, this should be done with the radiologist. Now, a very basic overview or the basic alphabet like we learn in school. Before learning a language, you need the alphabet. So before seeing the scan, you should remember that this ABCT is basically what you are going to identify in a CT abdomen. A is air. You can see free air outside the viscera. You can see air in collection, which is a sign of infection, and bowel air and fluid level suggestive of obstruction. B is for blood, which is clearly appreciated in MCCT. And B is also for bowel, where you can look for obstruction, thickening, and pneumatosis, which is again air in the wall of the intestine. C is collections, look for free fluid, abscess, and blood. How you can differentiate these three fabulous points. FAB, you can see air is also FAB, collections is also FAB. If you need these mnemonics, once you have seen 50, 100 scans, you will not need these mnemonics and all. So collections can be free fluid, can be abscess, can be blood. Free fluid can be pancreatic juice, can be biliary juice, can be urine, lot of things, right? So free fluid, abscess, blood each have different Hounsfield unit. That is how you can identify them. And T is for tumor and trauma. Trauma CT is a completely different field, and it is a different topic altogether when we discuss CT, abdomen, and trauma. But basically, this is the alphabet that you need to remember when you want to analyze scans of abdomen, right? A, B, C, T, air, blood and bowel, collections, tumor, and trauma. If you see all these findings, and if none of them are present, essentially the scan is going to be normal. So some cases on how these points are important. This first image is of a patient of necrotizing pancreatitis. You can see these black spots are air. This is the collection, spleen, liver, okay. And this is the splenic vein. So this is the pancreatic area necrosis. Day 17, you can see the collection in the air. It is infected pancreatic necrosis. Another case, this is a pelvic axial view. You can see inflamed sigmoid colon and a lot of diverticula with a collection outside. It's a case of perforated diverticulitis. Another case, you can see free fluid, that is ascites. The border of the liver is shrunken. So cirrhotic liver. Aorta is wide, so this is arterial phase enhancing lesions. You can see washout in the portal vein also and washout in the lesions. So this is an HCC in a cirrhotic liver with ascites. Another case of a liver lesion, you can see the aorta is wide, there is free fluid. If you can see, the free fluid will be different in images. This is because this patient had a arterial blush. You can see the arterial phase. This is a arterial collection in the tumor, basically known as arterial blush. This was a bleeding hepatocellular carcinoma. So these are some of the examples. Looking at some more cases, we saw air, we saw blood, some calcifications in the head of pancreas. Calcifications look white. You can see the bone is white on CT. So calcium is white. So calcifications in the head of pancreas. Another case where you can see a white linear structure in the pancreas. This is a pancreatic stent. Again, white because the pancreatic stent is a solid structure. A tumor in the liver, you can see here. So this is the liver if for very basic anatomy, spleen, kidney, aorta, IVC, and you can see a lesion in the liver. Another case, and this basically summarizes why history is important. Like I said, if you are suspecting a plainless rectal bleed with abdominal pain, anorexia, and weight loss, hemoglobin is low, sonography is essentially normal. You see the scan and you can find out a lesion in the hepatic flexure. But this is where seeing the scan on console is very important because when you start identifying structures, and like I said, once you identify a finding, you need to stage or identify the complications of that finding. And here you can see there is a lymph node, another image where there is a lymph node in relevance to this tumor. This lymph node can change the staging. In colon cancer, as we have already discussed, the staging for node positive disease is at least stage 3, right? So from stage 2, it immediately becomes stage 3. This is how knowing your scan findings. So this is a lymph node. You can see some nodes in this area. So again, a case where seeing the scans on console, you can start identifying these structures better. So some more cases, this is on our website as well as our YouTube channel. We have discussed a lot of scans, nearly 10 videos on correlate clinically. Before that, we have videos on liver scans, pancreatic protocol, as well as MRCP. So you can have a look at that as well. So now going to a stepwise approach, like I said, it is based on experience and it is something that we have developed after seeing around 500 scans on console. And what we prefer, we are going to show. You can develop your own pattern because that is what will work the best in your own hands. Now, a very important point is when you get a scan, and if you are seeing it on a console or on the films, see the name, age, and scan date. Because often in practice, you will see that the patient may have someone else's scans. So that should not create problems in diagnosis. Once you have seen that, go for the NCCT plates and see ABC, that is the air, blood, bowel, and collections, calcifications. These things you can appreciate well in NCCT. Once you have seen that, what we prefer is looking at the solid organs, liver, pancreas, spleen, adrenal, kidneys, and the fat. Once you have seen the solid organs, look at the bowel and appendix. From esophagus to rectum or rectum to esophagus, based on your preference, you can trace the bowel. We have a video on how to trace colon. If you want, you can have a look. Once you have finished these steps, you have finished the organs, hollow and solid, NCCT, then look at the vessels and then focus on the pathology. If there is a pathology, like I said, you need to stage the pathology or look for complications of a particular disease process. Once you have seen all of these steps, that is when you can go into planning surgery or planning management for your patient. So this is a stepwise approach that we follow. If you want to develop your own approach, you can go from pathology to normal, you can go from normal to pathology. Don't forget to see the details of the patient because there are anecdotal experiences where the patients are given reports or someone else and that can completely be a bad experience, right? So this is a structured way of seeing a CT abdomen. Avoid missing findings. Always see on console. Order your scan properly. Develop your own pathway on how you want to see a scan. Keep seeing scans. The only way this can be mastered is by repeating, viewing the scans on console with a radiologist. Thank you.